Hi guys, are you ready to start a new Junie B. Jones book? This one is called Junie B. Jones Has a Monster Under Her Bed. Now, is there any such thing as monsters? No way, Jose. Let's see what Junie B. Jones thinks is going to happen. Chapter number 1, The Cheese Man. Let's see, she's getting her picture taken at school. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. I'm in the grade of afternoon kindergarten. Today we got school pictures taken at that place. School pictures is when you wear your bestest dress and you go to the cafeteria and the cheese man is there. He makes you say, cheese. Only I don't actually know why. Then he takes pictures of you, and your mother has to buy them or else you'll get your feelings hurt. School pictures is a racket, I think. I wore my new dress with the dinosaur on the front. A dinosaur, huh? Said the cheese man. I smoothed my skirt very lovely. Yes, I said, it's a Tyrannosaurus Dottie. You mean Tyrannosaurus Rex, he said. No, I mean Tyrannosaurus Dottie. 'Cause Rex is the boy and Dottie is the girl, I explained. The cheese man stood behind his camera. Say cheese, he told me. Yeah, only guess what? I don't know why I have to say that word, 'cause what's cheese got to do with it, I asked. Cheese makes you smile, said the cheese man. I shook my head. Nope, not me. Cheese does not make me smile, 'cause sometimes I eat a cheese sandwich for lunch and I don't even giggle when I swallow that thing. The cheese man did a big breath. Could you please just say it, he said. Only don't forget to tell me when you're ready, 'cause one time my grandpa Frank Miller was taking my picture and he didn't tell me when he was ready, and then one of my eyes turned out open and one of my eyes turned out closed. I made a face to show him. See my eyes? See how one of them is opened and the other is... All of a sudden, the cheese man took my picture. My mouth came open wide at him. How come you did that? How come you took my picture? I wasn't even ready yet. The cheese man kept on clicking his camera, and pretty soon he looked at the next person in line. Next, he said. I stamped my foot. Yeah, only I wasn't even ready, I tell you, and so I need another turn, I said. Just then my teacher came over, and she pulled me away from there, and she set me next to her on the bench. Her name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs., and that's all. Mrs. said, settle down to me, and then me and her watched the rest of the children get their pictures taken. My bestest friend named Lucille went next. She had a blue satin ribbon in her hair. My Nana says this ribbon brings out the blue in my eyes, she told the cheese man. She opened them really wide. See them? See their color? They are robin's egg blue with just a hint of lavender, she said. The cheese man sucked in his cheeks. He was getting frustration in him, I think. Could you please just say cheese? He grouched. Lucille smiled real big with all of her teeth. Cheese! She sang real loud. Cheese, 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 cheese. She kept on saying cheese till the cheese man said, knock it off. After she was done, Lucille skipped over to me and Mrs. Did you see me, she asked. Did you see how good I said cheese? That's because I'm going to be a model when I grow up, and so I already know how. She fluffed her fluffy hair. The camera is my friend, she said. Mrs. rolled her eyes way up to the ceiling. I looked up there too, but I didn't see anything. After that, it was time for the class picture. The class picture is when all of room 9 lines up in 2 rows and the biggie kids stand in the back and the shorty kids stand in the front. I'm a shorty kid, only that's nothing to be ashamed of. I stood next to Polly Allen Puffer. He looked very admiring at my dinosaur dress. Dinosaurs can bite people, he said. I did a frown. Yeah, only they don't actually even scare me, 'cause there's no such thing as dinosaurs anymore, I told him. So, there's still a such thing as monsters, and they can bite your head off, said Polly Allen Puffer. A monster lives right under your bed. My big brother says that everyone has a monster under their bed. He poked his finger at me. Even you, Junie B. Jones, he said. I got shivers all over my arms. No, I do not either, Polly Allen Puffer, I said. Yes, you do too, he said back. My brother is in 7th grade, and he says the monster waits till you're asleep, and then he crawls up next to you, and he lies down on your pillow, and he practices fitting your head in his mouth. I covered up my ears, but Polly Allen Puffer talked louder. I can even prove it, he said. Didn't you ever wake up with a drool spot on your pillow? I thought very hard. Yeah, so, I said. So where do you think it came from? He asked. It came from the monster under your bed. That's where. It was monster drool. Junie B. Jones. I shook my head real fast. No, it was not. No, it was not, Polly Allen Puffer. You stop saying that, and I mean it. He raised up his eyebrows. Well, where did it come from then? Do you know? You don't drool on your pillow, do you? You're not a baby, are you? He said. No, don't call me that. I am not a baby, I yelled. Polly Allen Puffer crossed his arms. So, where did the drool come from then? He said. I don't know, I said, but my daddy told me there's no such thing as monsters. So what? Daddies have to say that, said Polly Allen Puffer. That's so you'll sleep at night and not bother them. He squinted his eyes at me. Why do you think daddies and mommies sleep in the same room anyway? It's so they can protect each other from the monster, or else their heads might get drooled on. Just then I wrinkled up my nose at that terrible thought, and then I hanged out my tongue, and I did a sick face. And guess what? That was just when the cheese man took my picture. Uh-oh. Now what's Polly Allen Puffer trying to do? He's trying to scare her, isn't he? Just like his big brother's trying to scare him. I don't want any of my friends to be scared, because remember, there's no such thing as monsters. We'll find out what happens in chapter number 2.